evening, everybody. It's Sunday night. It's 9 o'clock. It's another fortnightly live stream with me, Geordie Pauly, host of Magpie Movies and the Magpie Sunday live stream movie, the Magpie movie. I can't even speak. So hello, how is everybody? I've had yesterday I took my parents to my parents. No, I took my children to the kids. No, can't even speak. I took my children to my parents up in Whitley Bay, and they've had last night and they're there tonight. So the wife and I have had a nice chill day. So it's time to get back on the live streams tonight. I left her downstairs. I have bribed her with some shortbread and chocolate, so she can watch her Call the Midwife. Hopefully she won't get any ideas about that. But yes, so this is our third live stream of the new season, I guess, fortnightly. And if you see my videos, you'll see as well, notice that I've got loads of guests lined up as well coming up. So take a check out of those. But without further ado, I'll bring my guest in today. So it is the man we all know as Spider-Man, or the massive fan of Spider-Man, the man who's from Norwich, the man who's got more friends in America than Donald Trump. It is, of course, Evander. There he is.
Hello. What's up, guys?
So, Evander, as we discussed before I come on here in the green room as such, this is your only second time on the live stream. Obviously, you and I chatted loads of times in between and offline and messages and things like that. But once I did to do this as the new stream, and I wanted you to come on straight away. So after I got the two idiots out of the way, like Big Paulie and Jamie, I thought, I'll bring you on. So, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the live stream. Live stream back to my channel. And I've noticed, obviously, since the last time you were on live, your channel has gone from strength to strength, and that's great. I like to take full ownership of that. The fact that I got your name out there. Not joking. But no. So yes, welcome.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. It means a lot. I mean, it's been a very, very long time since I've been on here, and thank you for having me. It means a lot. Thank you.
I know you must have since the last time I had you on invested thousands upon thousands of pounds in Spider-Man merchandise since the last time you were on a live stream.
Yes, yes, I can say that I have brought a lot of Spider-Man merchandise, and I mean it's a passion that I've grown to love, and I just love every single minute of it. I don't regret a thing, and it's just something that is very dear to my heart, and to support a superhero that influenced me on being a human. And yeah, I can say I have invested a lot of money, but it's gone very well.
If you have a passion, you should be proud of it.
I am.
Obviously, I have a passion with regards to buying movies. The wife's not proud of my passion. Neither is our joint bank account. But yes, so tell me. Obviously, you told me before we were on that the new edition that you've ordered from the States. So you want to tell everybody who's watching this new Funko Pop kind of combination you just got?
Sure. Yes. So I've just recently ordered the new Spider-Man No Way Home collector's box, which comes with 2 exclusive Funko Pops, of that being a unmasked Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, a diamondized version of Jamie Foxx's Electro. It also comes with a T-shirt with all 3 Spider-Man on it, but as Funko Pops, which is really, really cool, of them swinging together. And you get an exclusive Spider-Man pin badge. You get Tom Holland's new Spidey logo, which is really, really cool. The all 3 elements combined together, and like you get some posters and stuff, you get some art cards, and I just could not pass up on it. It was a really, really awesome collector's box that has just dropped, and I was one of the lucky ones to actually receive it, which I placed my order for, and I can't wait to receive it in my possession.
So how long is the delivery then going to be?
So it should be here in like the next 5 days or so. I'm planning on doing an unboxing for it on my channel, where I show off what stuff comes in the box and do I recommend it, sort of thing. And I know that all of these pretty much did sell out within the next 5 minutes or so of it dropping. So I have to be very, very quick. But I'm very grateful that I have it now. I know it's going to be very, very rare to come by, but I'm very glad to actually own it, and it's awesome.
Well, that's good. Indeed, it's good. So I'm going to quickly jump into some comments as we are live, and these are coming in as we speak. So we've got your boy here from the Norwich posse.
Yep, Toby. Yep. Toby Smithborough Reviews. What's up, man?
Is he his boy? Yourself.
Thank you.
We've got Big T over in the States. It's still rocking his goatee. I've noticed from all these videos as well.
Yes.
That came from nowhere when he came onto one of my streamers, and then it's still there, making him looking older and distinguished. I think the emphasis in the word there, Tony, is older. So if you want to, you should just get rid of the goatee bit, mate. Just leave the tash. You'll get all the ladies. Honestly, I'm sure. We've got Matthew Nichols who says hi with his
Matthew
Spider-Man avatar as well on there.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome.
We've got Megs as well. Hey guys,
hey, doing well. Hello, Megan.
Popping in quickly to say hello and what has been your favorite. There we go. So there you go. Question number 1 is from Megan. So I'll open it up to you since you are the guest.
Sure.
What is your favorite movie so far this year?
Oh, that is a good question. Well, I'm going to start off with my favorite movie of so far for 2023 is Brendan Fraser's The Whale. That is my number 1 movie of this year so far. I thought the performance of Brendan Fraser was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's so good to see him come back and do a film after so many years of him not being in a film since The Mummy. And I just thought that he put on such a fantastic performance as his character, and I just loved it to pieces. I mean, it spoke to me, the emotion, I mean, everything that Charlie went through on a day-to-day basis was just very inspirational. And I mean, the movie is absolutely brilliant, and I do recommend going and seeing it before the movie does end at the cinema. So that is my current movie right now, The Whale.
I haven't actually seen it yet, but I think from my perspective, it's not, I think, a film I'd want to go and see at the cinema. I think that's one I'll probably prefer to sit and maybe take it in different parts. Like I'll watch half of it and watch the rest of it and all that. Yeah. I think from my perspective, I very much want to go to see a film on the big screen. From my view, is with big crashes and bangs and that kind of thing, as opposed to like an emotional one. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I haven't had any. I don't think I've even had an inkling either of going to see The Whale either. I mean, I know it got a lot of reviews, positive, and Fraser's back on top as such. Yeah. So that'll be something to see. So other than because obviously Megan's asked the question is, what has been your favourite film so far this year? I mean, we're midway through February, and I can't honestly remember what's come out. Now, obviously, I went, because we discussed it again before, because it said you went to see a second time. So we've both seen Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yes.
I went on Friday to see that, and then Knock at the Cabin after that one. I can't remember what I went to cinema to see. What else has come out earlier this year? Avatar was end of last year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I can't even remember. Like, people like doing all these best of 2022s. I can't even remember, like, what film I maybe watched last night. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to, like, the best of, like, 2022 or something like that. I haven't got a clue. I can't remember. What else is big? What else big's come out so far this year?
Oh gosh, that is a good question.
Tell you what, I'm going to Google this now. Apologies, everybody in advance. This is supposed to be a movie channel, but I'm going to put movies. Jan 20.
Oh, Magpie, Megan came out as well. That was another one that just popped into my head. I did go and see that on the opening night. That one was brilliant.
That was this year, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes, it was. Yes, Megan. Yep.
That
movie was great. I loved it. I loved every minute about it.
So can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. Can I do this? I don't know if I can. Let me check something. Can I do this? No, what am I doing, Paul? Can I do that? No, it's not even going to show it. No, forget it. No, I'm trying to. Right, okay. Yeah, so I've got on it here, looking through here, of new ones for this year. There's a lot of ones that I'm looking at for this year. So,
Yep.
Plane are ones that I've watched this year. So,
That's a good film. Yeah.
And then Knock at the Cabin I've seen. Plane, which I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was just what I would call your bog standard Jared Butler.
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular. What else have we got? This Scream's out next month. I want to go and see Luther ASAP.
Oh, that's the Fallen Sun one, right?
It is. That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen the series.
What else have we got on here? There's nothing else that I can see here, which is brand new. So if anybody's in the comments and goes, "Oh, Paul, you haven't mentioned this. This was a big one," and I'm like,
God.
"Oh no," as in like movie, not this is a big one. We're not going to go into
Magpie were being swarmed by trolls in the
Are we now?
Yes, they're posting up screen spoilers.
Oh well, in that case, then we just have to block the user and then block user and then block user and then.
God, I just don't know why people feel the need just to go ahead and spoil a film for. I mean,
There we go. Anybody else? I think that's it. No, there we go. We've got rid of them.
Yep.
Right, what else have we got here? I really want to see Cocaine Bear.
Really want to see one. That. yeah.
Really want to see that.
Looks great. I can't wait for that. That was actually Ray Liotta's last movie that he was in before his death.
Because wasn't he filming another one at the time of his death over in somewhere?
He was, yes, but then sadly he passed away, and now he's in a movie called Cocaine Bear, and I guess that's one way to go out, I guess.
What makes me laugh the most about Cocaine Bear, it goes based on a true story. I'm like,
yeah,
really? Is there really a bear
because
out there?
the director has actually came out and said that his next movie that he wants to do is Cocaine Shark. So
okay,
that should be very interesting, because I do love shark movies, and I know the boys over in America love shark films as well. So this one will probably be down our alley. so that should be pretty cool.
That's true. Right. So what other films? I'm probably going to have. I can't think of what I've seen this year. I think Avatar, and then the next one after that was probably Atman. So of my favorite, the ones I've seen this year, which is brand new, I'll probably say Atman and I watched Quantumania. But still, although I didn't dislike it, I didn't think it was like, oh my god, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp was interesting, but there were some certain elements about the movie that kind of made sense and didn't make sense. I ain't gonna say any spoilers or anything, but this is pretty much set after Avengers Endgame, and it also ties into Loki as well. So if you haven't seen the Disney Plus series Loki, I definitely recommend going watching that first, and then watching Ant-Man Quantumania to get the whole idea about what's actually happening, because Loki actually confirmed King the Conqueror. So that was really, really cool. And to be honest, Jonathan Majors absolutely stole the show in this movie.
He was really good. He's having a good year, isn't he? Because he
is, yes.
And he did that Devotion.
Yes, he did. Yes, brilliant film. And he's also playing in Creed 3 as well, which is coming out very, very soon. Yeah.
It's the same as Denzel Washington's son had a similar kind of year, didn't he? Because he had Tenet and then other stuff he was in that I've forgotten. But it's almost like these actors have they come to fruition and they're all these blockbusters with them all in. So it's interesting. But yes, favorite film this year is probably new. Is probably going to be that one.
Awesome, great choice.
That's purely because it's the only ones I've probably seen. I got Matthew Nicholas. Hi Slay3r. Have you seen Wallace and Gromit?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have seen Wallace and Gromit. Absolute childhood of mine. Loved Wallace and Gromit growing up as a child. I can say that was a really, really good era of me growing up and watching that show. I mean, I loved everything about the characters. I just grew to love Wallace and Gromit around when I was young, and It was so good. I mean, childhood memories, man. That's nostalgia.
Yeah, I mean, I always just remember Wallace and Gromit always been on either Easter time or Christmas time as the new
Yeah.
ones. Because obviously now it's all the Julia Donaldsons are kind of the other
Mm.
Christmas time. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was a big fan, but I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I think as they got better because the animation techniques was a lot better. Because
Mhm.
when they had the first one, when they went in I've forgotten the first one was called. What was the first one called? When they went in the spaceship up to the moon full of cheese.
Oh
Grand
gosh,
Day Out. Was
that's
it a Grand Day Out?
I think that might have been it. Yeah.
So yeah, and there's Curse of the Were Rabbit and things like that. And
Oh
then
yeah, yeah,
obviously we've got Shaun the Sheep as the kids watch that here.
yep.
So it's really good. Got Rich here over at RH Media. Hi there, guys. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in, Rich. Much
Hello,
appreciated.
Rich.
Oh, here we go. I've got a really hard question for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite Spider-Man movie?
Oh well, to tell you the truth, it is Spider-Man 2. That one is my all-time favorite Spider-Man movie because the reason why I picked Spider-Man 2 is because it had every single element on what a Spider-Man movie is supposed to be. I mean, you've got Peter struggling with his day-to-day life and being a superhero at the same time and not making any money. So he's going through a lot of crises in his life, and he has just found out that Mary Jane has fallen in love with somebody else, and he's starting to lose his powers because his love for Mary Jane is slowly going away from him, and he doesn't know how to um overcome that as him quitting being Spider-Man and fighting a villain at the same time. And I just love Spider-Man 2 with all my heart because the movie was just great. I mean, like the cinema photography, the special effects, the swinging, the suit, every element of Spider-Man 2 was just great because that was actually my second movie that I ever saw in the cinema back in 2004 when I was a really young boy. And I still remembered my cinema experience of sitting down. I was so excited because I loved Spider-Man 1, and I just wouldn't stop jumping out of my seat when I was in the cinema. And it was just such a great experience just growing up with that movie. And that was the second movie that I asked mum and dad to buy for me from Tesco's when it first came out, and I just loved it. I absolutely love Spider-Man 2. I mean, in my personal opinion, it's one of the strongest Spider-Man movies out there, and yeah, I just love it with all my heart.
I enjoy Spider-Man 2, but I think from my own personal perspective, I just will always love the first one.
Yep.
Because that was the proper first full-time proper Spider-Man live-action movie. Although we had the cheesy 1970s and 80s ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one with Nicholas Hammond. Yes, that one.
With the big 70s haircut and the flares and everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
yes.
I think
Good
also
old
I
Nicholas
remember
Hammond.
going
Yeah.
when the DVD of the first one came out. I think I went and bought it ex rental. So I paid 20 quid for it at the time.
Wow.
From like Blockbuster's ex rental because I wanted it there and then before I actually got released. But I don't really go back and visit that much. I think because I watch it so often.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of films I've got that I own that I've upgraded from DVD to Blu-ray and 4K, but I haven't gone back to revisit them yet because I've watched them that many times when I was younger. And I think Spider-Man 1 and 2, I think, are the ones I watched the most.
Because like when Spider-Man first came out, I actually got the VHS of it. It's because I used to have a VHS player and a little a TV and stuff like that. And when it came out on VHS, that was like one of the most precious things I ever owned. And I still actually have the VHS to this day of my childhood. I've still kept it in its condition and everything. I mean, it hasn't worn out, thankfully. It's just sitting on my shelf and everything, and I'm just so glad to own something that I had in my childhood. I mean, like that's just pure nostalgia, and I always at kindergarten, used to always jump off that stuff, landing like Spider-Man and stuff like that. Well, those were like the good times that I remember when I was a kid. So yeah.
I think similar to me. I mean, I've got upstairs in the loft. I've got the VHS of the 1989 Batman. I got that the day it came out. Was it the day or the week that it came out? Because I remember I went to see it at cinema when it came out in '89.
Yeah.
And then I remember it was 2 years later when it got released to rent. And I remember renting it and then going to, I think we'd got my nana's on a Sunday, so my mum's mum. And we put it on there, and then I watched it again when I got home. Because it was a 12 at the cinema, if I remember correctly. But then when it came out on VHS, it was a 15.
15, yeah.
So then I've got that upstairs. I've got Batman Returns upstairs as well, somewhere in the loft.
Love that film as well.
I mean, I love it, but like, you know, with Spider-Man, and you have this big thing, although, you know, I think that I think Batman was the one film that made me fall in love with cinema.
Superheroes, yeah.
So there you go. That was my thing. Jamie's in the house.
Hello, Jamie.
Well, actually, funny enough, I saw this T-shirt the other day, and it said on the T-shirt, it says, "Does this T-shirt make my head look bald?" And straight away, I thought of Jamie. I thought I should get that for him.
That's brilliant.
I've even actually been overly generous, and Jamie will vouch this. I've actually bought Jamie his birthday gift for him already, because he's so generous, and so it's one of those people who sends you stuff.
Yes.
And I'm eternally grateful for it, especially when you don't ask for it. Not that we ask for it anyway. That's not what I mean. It's what, like, you know, he just, out of the good kindness and goodness of his heart.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Because of that Texas Chainsaw big 4K set is getting released, etc. And he's like, and I just would have a discussion about it, and he said he's going to get the Blu-ray when it released, because it's
awesome.
The same as the second one, but I think it's a better restoration. So I said, right, there you go. So I ordered it for him before he could turn around and say no.
Yeah, so, well, I've actually pre-ordered that set as well on Zavvi, so I'm very much looking forward to adding that into my horror collection. So
the big box one.
Really cool. Yes,
I was contemplating doing it, but what was it? Was it 50, 60 or something?
It was like, I think it was around £50. I think it was, if I remember correctly.
Because I was going to do the same as you, save it up.
Yeah.
And then by the time it gets to it, then it'll be paid off already. But then I looked at it and I thought, it's the Blu-ray and the 4K in the set with a book and some art cards. No, the art cards are only from Second Sight, but there's a poster in it. I think I could be wrong because I don't remember off the top of my head. But I'm like, well, I've already got the Second Sight 2-disc edition anyway.
Yep.
So all I'm really going to be using it for is the 4K disc.
Yeah,
so
same here.
In theory, why don't I just wait till it gets cheaper and just get the 4K disc? So that's probably what I'm going to do moving forward with it. But I just still need to revisit that. I still need to watch all of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Even though I've got the Arrow release, I've still never watched it all the way through. I think I started watching it one night and I was just like, oh my God, this is so shit. But no, I'll give it another go. I will revisit it, I suppose.
Well, the Texas Chainsaw movies were actually my first horror films that I started out with when I turned 16. So those were the first ones that I started out with. Then I moved on to Freddy, and then Chucky, and then Jason, and then sadly left Michael Myers last. I hope Mikey's not listening right now. But yeah, I do love the Texas Chainsaw. I actually loved the new one that came out on Netflix. I thought that was just
I enjoyed that, you know.
I really enjoyed that.
Got a lot of hate, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yes.
For an hour and 25 to 40 minutes of Texas Chainsaw, it did what it needed to do, and I enjoyed it.
I was so excited when it was coming out on the launch night, and then as soon as it went live, I just watched it all the way through. And when it came to the scene on the bus where like they're all like live in it on TikTok, it was like, dude, you are gonna get cancelled. I was like, you've messed yourself up now, man. And then he just cocks the chainsaw. I was like, oh my God, here we go. Yes.
That's what you want, though. That's what people want.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want, and that's what they did with that. So Jim did ask a question. Did you watch the BAFTAs? I didn't, because we were watching. No. We ordered, because again the kids weren't here, and Valentine's was on Tuesday, and the kids were here, so we had like a Valentine's meal this evening. So I said to the wife, well, you know what we could do? We could either have a pizza takeaway, we can have a Chinese takeaway, or we go to Asda, create your own pizza from Asda, or we get an Indian, but we don't really have an Indian because they're more expensive, so we'll not do that. And then the wife went, well, actually, I fancied an Indian. I was like, oh, okay, well then we'll get an Indian. So we went out and had an Indian, and then we watched some of the Michael McIntyre's Big Show. We watched some of that.
Awesome.
So I haven't watched the BAFTAs, so I don't know who's won or anything like that. So that's the answer to that question, Jamie. We're gonna start here, and we've gone like this to get to the answer to the question, which is no, I didn't. That was it. So there you go. Slay3r, one of your subscribers, Matthew Nichols, there.
Oh, thank you, man.
And then we've got Tony saying hello to Jamie. Richard's put the BAFTAs. Oh, by the way, if anybody's wondering why I'm looking down, if you're new at the stream or whatever, I'm looking down because I've got the laptop here and I'm streaming it on the videos from my phone because it's a better picture on there than it is on the laptop screen, and it makes it easier for me to go through the, if I have to block people or go through the messages using the laptop. So if you see me looking down, it's not because I'm looking at the floor or anything, or making sure I've got trousers on or anything like that. It's just because of that. Anyway, the BAFTAs were rubbish, not the films, just the way it was presented. Who did present the BAFTAs this year? Do we know?
I have absolutely no idea. No, I didn't even know it was actually happening, to be honest, just because I don't really follow that at all.
Well, here we go. BAFTA results and winners. So, awesome. Best film was All Quiet on the Western Front.
Hey,
that's the best
nice.
film I've seen this year.
That is a good film. Brilliant film on Netflix. Yeah, great.
So going back
film
to Meg's first question, what's the best film? It was that. I knew there was something I hadn't seen.
Nice.
Best actress was Kate Blanchett, so I'm guessing that was for Tar.
Right.
And then Austin Butler.
Yes.
Elvis.
Yes.
Best British film was Banshees of Inisherin, which I haven't seen in it.
Right.
What else have we got? Best supporting actor was Barry Keoghan. It was a Keoghan. I can't remember, but I don't know what that was for. What was he in? The guy who played. Was that in?
I know
the Banshees?
I think so. It's because I know he was Joker in the Batman as well. Yes. So that was very interesting. That's how I know him from.
Film not in the English language, All Quiet on the Western Front. Best original score, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Wow.
Best animated film, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Best special effects was Avatar. What else have we got? Elvis got best casting.
Awesome.
Babylon got best production. Elvis got best makeup and hair.
Awesome.
Banshees of Inisherin got best original screenplay, and then we got best sound and best adapted screenplay for All Quiet on the Western Front. So I think the winner was of the evening, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. And to be honest, fully deserved because it's absolutely outstanding film. It's really,
and really I'm really glad that Elvis won a few awards there too, because that was actually my second favorite film of last year, because Elvis is one of
it's
my.
It's big in your house. Let's just say that, shall we?
Yes. Elvis is quite popular in my house, and I share Elvis's name in my name, which is really awesome. It's because
what's your middle name like?
So like my middle name is Evander Elvis Aaron Osborne.
I didn't know you had Elvis and Aaron in your middle names.
Yeah.
I blame your dad.
That is my that was from my dad. Yes.
Yeah. So if you're watching, Dad, I blame you for that. All I got from my parents was Anthony, Paul Anthony Robinson. Right. I didn't get Elvis or Aaron or anything like that. You know, I wouldn't have been bad because my dad was a big Led Zepp fan. My dad's a big Eric Clapton fan, and later worked with the Beatles fan. But no, I get Anthony.
Yeah, because I know at the Grammy Awards, I know Austin Butler won the whole event for Elvis, and literally I was so happy because like Austin, I thought just was like, it just felt to me that Elvis was alive. I mean, like it was like his soul went into Austin, and it just brought out Elvis Presley in the flesh. I mean, I know a lot of people hated it, and
But why?
that's
I don't
fine.
get. I've never known anybody dislike it because I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, it's because I saw a lot of negative reviews because people were praising Kurt Russell's performance as Elvis, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the Kurt Russell version was great
I still
because
haven't seen that one, the John Carpenter one.
that was filmed because I know Elvis died in 1977, yes, and then they filmed it, and then they brought it out. I think it was like 2 years later, and the film was really really good, but like when you have a director like Baz Luhrmann come out and do this movie, there was a lot of speculation going on around it, like was it going to be good and stuff like that, because Baz Luhrmann is popularly known for the Great Gatsby movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. So I was familiar with his work, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give him a chance.
I would say for me, it was either going to be Romeo and Juliet or Moulin Rouge. That's the only ones I know him from.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did The Great Gatsby. Is The Great Gatsby, is that a musical?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah.
As in the film. I don't know about the play or what other.
Well, I think it was because I was surprised that Tobey Maguire got casted in it, because this was like a few years after he did Spider-Man 3. So that was a film that I wanted to watch because it had him in it. And then when I found out that Leo DiCaprio was in it, I was like, oh shit! Like they've got the two best friends in real life together in this movie, because Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire, they are the greatest of friends. Because when Tobey first got casted as Spider-Man in number 1, Leo DiCaprio actually said something very inspirational. He said, "Mate, you did it. You're now going to be remembered for playing a superhero that we both grew up with." And I was like, holy crap, like these two grew up with Spider-Man and one of them is playing Spider-Man, and I was just like, oh my god, like this is mind-blowing right now. And I've seen how much their friendship means to each other, and it was great. I mean, and when I found out about Baz doing Elvis, I was willing to give him a chance. And when I walked in to go and see Elvis, there was a lot going on in the back of my head, because I was really really nervous, because I saw Rocket Man, wasn't a fan, and I absolutely loved Bohemian Rhapsody with Rami Malek, loved it. And then when Elvis got mentioned, I was like, please don't ruin this movie, please don't ruin this movie. And then when the movie came out and I was sitting in there, I was like, holy shit, like this, like every single bit of choreography that I've seen from a lot of Elvis Presley's music videos and movies and everything, I was like, holy shit, this guy's actually nailed every attention to detail, like in the film. And I was like, holy crap. And then when the movie ended, I just broke down in tears, because the ending got me. And because I've been following Elvis's journey for a very very long time, and I've got a lot of love and respect for the king, I just praised Baz Luhrmann's work. I mean, and they did a special screening for it at Graceland, and may she rest in peace now, Lisa Marie, his daughter. I'm really glad that she got to see the movie before she passed away. So I was really really glad about that.
Yeah, well, sad state of affairs. Everybody seems to be popping off these recently. All these celebs. I mean, wasn't it like the great call of like 2017 or something? When all these celebs all died one year, and it culminated with George Michael dying on Christmas Day that year, I think.
Oh no,
it's just. So yes, I'm going to. We're like
no worries. Yeah,
half
sorry.
behind on the comments. So
That's all right.
Sophie?
Enough of me rambling on.
Yes. Yeah. Shut up. Will you shut up? Thank you.
Hi,
Sophie's like,
Sophie.
hey guys, hope you are both well. Evening, Sophie. Matthew, hey Jamie, Jamie, a question: your favorite Spider-Man movie? Jamie's same as me, the first Tobey one.
Right, nice.
And Soph's put, Paul would love to be on a stream with you and Jason at some point. Well, I tell you what, Soph, if I go to my, if you're still watching, of course. If you're not, then you can watch it later. My lives, I've got them all set up. So I've got up until the 16th of April booked in. So 30th of April, if you and Jason want to come on, Sophie, because I've got Evander today, obviously, and then next 2 weeks will be James Lack from Movie Bugs on, and then 2 weeks later I've got Jack from Bring Your Own Popcorn, and then after that I've got Pete Blurry Bullet Brit, and then after that I've got Batman himself, Jamie. So then after that it's a free space, and of course you and Jason, if you want to pre-book that slot, you can do. Just drop us a message via you or via Jason and just let us know, and I'll get you both on. So there you go. If you don't ask, so if you don't get, so there you go. Here we go. It's Mama Blu-ray.
Hello, Mama Blu-ray.
How are you?
Hope you and Susan are well.
Indeed. Thanks for tuning in for all of, I don't know, you may be watching, or 5 seconds or whatever, but if you're watching catch up, I appreciate it, because it is half an hour behind them. Jamie, favourite Wallace and Gromit. Oh, God. Right,
wrong trousers.
There you go. Look, there's Bunny. And then Bunny's talking to Tony. Jimmy, what was your favourite most Marvel movie? And he's put God's Galaxy.
Nice, great pick.
Jimmy's put, hey, why don't you ask Paul and Evander some questions? There you go. And Sophie's put, Evander, I'm loving the blue hair.
Oh, thank you.
He's put, I hope he wins the Oscar, especially after not getting the Bafta. But I have no idea what that's in connection with. Here we go. Evander, your favourite Marvel movie. You're going to say, favourite Marvel movie.
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
You're probably going to say Spider-Man 2, but of the MCU, you're probably going to say No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was right. See?
Yep. Spider-Man No Way Home is my favourite MCU movie of all time.
Do you know mine of the MCU? I think we discussed this before.
Captain America the Winter Soldier?
No.
Ooh. Give me a clue.
It started it all.
Iron Man 1.
Correct.
Awesome.
That's my favourite all time. Just about the end of the press conference, and he goes, you know what? I am
Iron Man. Yeah.
I just love that.
It's so badass.
And I just think the directing, it goes from him being up his own arse to becoming a man of the people.
Yep.
And then it was just a nice transformation.
Yeah.
British, but to both of you, what was the first film you ever saw in the cinema?
Well, mine was Spider-Man 1 in 2002 when I was a really, really young boy. My mum and dad, they took me to the opening night of it. I was very young. I knew nothing about Spider-Man. I didn't know who the hell Spider-Man was. So they put me down in the cinema seat, and from what I can remember on the night, there was a lot of people wearing Spider-Man stuff, and I was like, huh. Like I was just so confused. And so when the movie started, I was like, okay, where's this going? And then you see the spider bite him on the hand. I'm like, okay, that happened. And then he started sticking to the wall, slinging webs, getting the powers, makes the suit. Bad guy comes along, starts kicking his ass, and then back and forth. And then when the movie ended, I was like, Mum and Dad, for as long as I live growing up, buy me anything Spider-Man. I don't care. I am now officially a Spider-Man fan, and I've been hooked ever since that night, and I've never stopped loving and appreciating Spider-Man since that day, and I'm still loving him now and still collecting everything about him. And yeah, that's pretty much my first film I ever watched, Spider-Man, and I was really, really glad I grew up in the era on when he was first came out in live action.
I mean, from my perspective, I can't remember Rich. Obviously, I know. Obviously, I'm not calling you Rich. I'm calling Rich because obviously, it's the question.
Yeah.
What my first? I'm going to say it's probably either going to be something like Return of the Jedi, or I remember my dad taking me to see Back to the Future 1 and Ghostbusters, but I don't think it was around that time. I think it was earlier. I mean, it was later because it got re-released. I remember going with mum to see random films like Three Men and a Baby. I remember going to see Home Alone at the cinema. I remember seeing, obviously, 1989's Batman. I remember going to see, like, The Black Cauldron. And then I can't remember. I don't think The Fox and the Hound, I went to see that. But there was definitely other kind of like Basil the Great Mouse Detective, those kind of. But I mean, from a feature film, not like an animated one, I'd say it's probably going to be Return of the Jedi or Ghostbusters or Back to the Future, I think, which is probably why they're still embedded in my brain of why
Awesome.
I like those films so much, I think.
Nice.
So, yeah, I think it was only until a couple of years ago I couldn't watch the first Ghost at the beginning of Ghostbusters because it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
The library ghost. I mean, I remember being at cinema going, I'm not watching this. I'm watching this.
Yeah, I was like that when the Marshmallow Man came on in Ghostbusters. I was absolutely terrified because I was so young, and then I kind of had a bit of a phobia around marshmallows. Like I was bloody terrified of him. Like, then when I grew up to know that marshmallows were okay, I was like, thanks. I was just like, I look like some sort of freaking idiot. It's being afraid of bloody marshmallows.
I'm going to get killed by some marshmallows. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm up to date. So there you go, Rich. Megan.
Megan,
about
yes.
Megan coming out. Yes.
Yeah.
Me and Jason,
oh, I'm really glad that's actually getting the unrated cut soon as well of Megan.
No 4K release though, only Blu-ray.
No, I wanted to get a 4K, god damn it. Then I mean,
it'll come out eventually.
I want a steelbook, man, of Megan. Give me a steelbook, please.
Just a close-up of the face.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you got it off Child's Play 3? It's just a close-up of the face. You should have that for Megan.
Well, like the idea in my head for the Megan cover is that we should get a lenticular of her, and like she's doing that dance when you shake the lenticular. That I would love. That would be perfect. I mean, that would just be great on the cover of her, just like moving her arms around and shaking her hips. I'm just like, that would be just perfect on a lenticular cover. I mean, that would be great. That
would be good.
Yeah.
So also put here, both her and Jason saw Knock at the Cabin were both underwhelmed. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I want to see because M. Night Shyamalan. I stayed away from all any kind of potential spoilers of that. And but I think looking into it, because majority of stuff he does, he writes as well as directs it. This isn't his story, so obviously there's not going to be that twist on it as such because there's no story. Listen to one. Here you go. Favorite MCU movie. So we've already answered that one.
Yep.
No Way Home.
Yep. No Way Home.
Really enjoyed Megan. Looking forward to the R-rated cut.
Oh, same here, man. I can't wait.
Looking forward to Cocaine Bear on Friday. Hopefully there'll be a stream.
Well, it comes out next Friday, does it?
Apparently so.
Oh, bloody hell. Wow, already. Jesus.
So I've remembered. So when I went up to drop the kids off at my parents' yesterday,
right,
I then went to see my friend who I haven't seen in a while. And I went around to his, and we're just talking about. He showed me, like, I was trying to get him to log into my Apple TV, and it wouldn't work. And he goes, I use Plex, and then he goes, I download it, and etc. And he, because when I watched The Last of Us, I have to stream it because I don't have Sky Atlantic, but he downloads and he goes it via Plex and streams it in 4K. And we're watching that. And at that point, he goes, you watch it, don't you? You up to date? I was like, yeah, of course I am. Obviously. So then he went out and he came back in and he put this jacket on and he went, do you recognize the jacket? And I was just like, did you get that with, because he's got the PlayStation 4 Last of Us 2.
Oh, nice.
Pro,
Awesome.
With Ellie's tattoo with the leaf on it, on the cover on the top.
Yeah.
And he went, so he said, no. He said he was reading a magazine or an article and it said where the wardrobe got Joel's jacket, the one that Pedro Pascal wears in the TV show.
Oh, that's
great. So he Googled it and he went and he ordered it from America. So the one he's got, it isn't obviously that one. It's just like Like,
It's just
say,
like
for
a
example, you wore an
replica
Adidas
of
T-shirt
it.
and you went out and bought. It's not a replica. It's just an actual jacket that you would buy.
Oh, right,
So,
right,
so
right.
if you wore like an Adidas T-shirt, you can go and buy that design in the shops. That
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So I goes to him. So how much was that? And he went, $250. And I was like, what? Yeah. So he paid $250 of it. But it's the same jacket that not the same. Don't I mean? It's the same jacket he wears, but not the actual same jacket. Because when I said to you before, remind me about last week, that was it. So my mate's got the same make of the jacket that Joe wears in it. So there you go. That was my reminder.
Looks like we've got a troll in the chat there, Matt. Sorry, Paul. Sorry.
What? Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll just get rid of that one.
Yep, we will do.
There's always one.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't know what's going on and think. Anyway, doesn't matter. Right, so just ordered Battle Royale, the big box set edition for $34.
Awesome. Nice.
I have that behind me. Hey, Matt, you're full of questions, and I'm loving it tonight. It's a very tricky question. Do you think that Doctor Strange still remembers Peter Parker after No Way Home?
Oh, well, that depends really, because it only so like the spell only affected everybody on Earth. So in Thor: Love and Thunder, it didn't affect. The spell did not affect Asgard or anything like that. So that got me thinking.
You've paused. Don't do some pausing business. Oh, you're back. There you go. You're stuck.
I'm here.
Okay, no, you're stuck. You said it got you thinking, then you went.
Yeah, it got me thinking.
Go on.
That of course Thor will probably still remember who Spider-Man is, because the spell didn't affect Asgard, because it only affected everybody on Earth. So that's my theory.
What about the protection barrier over Wakanda? Would the magic break through that? Ooh. There you go. Have that, son. What do you think of that?
Yeah. That is a good theory there. But hey, we just gotta wait for Spider-Man 4. I mean, the movie is actually set to be filming at the end of December this year, so it could get a 2025 release. So I'm currently keeping up to date with the whole Spider-Man 4 news and stuff like that, because I know Tom Holland has signed on for another new trilogy of Spider-Man, and I know he's probably signed another 3 as well for a couple more appearances, like in Avengers: Secret Wars, Kang Dynasty, and also for Daredevil: Born Again as well with Charlie Cox, because that film's in 2 weeks from now. So I know something's going to happen. But yeah, that is a very, very tricky question there, Matthew. But yeah, thank you for that, and I hope I've answered it correctly.
Good. Jim Jams here. Good old James.
Hello, Dudley. Welcome.
What else have I got here? Oh yeah, Pete. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
Oh right.
So put Pete's book. A mate of his has an old Spider-Man documentary he wants me to send you. So bang us your address.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah.
There you go.
No worries. Yeah, I'll give you a message after the stream, Pete. Thank you.
Spot on. Just ordered Wild Things Limited Edition 4K, $19.99. Wasn't a big fan of that movie. That got a lot.
No, I wasn't either. No.
A lot of attention back in the day, purely because obviously Denise Richards got her boobs out, and there was obviously the lesbian stuff in the swimming pool with Neve Campbell. But I just didn't think it was a very good film. You know, but that's my. If everybody else liked it, that's fine. I just didn't think it was a strong enough movie, really. Sad news about Tom Sizemore. No, I'm alright in thinking something's happened with him.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Let me just double check.
I can't really say who that is.
Tom Sizemore is the guy out of Saving Private Ryan who was Tom Hanks' right-hand man.
Oh my god.
He's in critical condition after suffering a brain aneurysm.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, Saving Private Ryan is one of my all-time favorite war films. I mean, I love the film. It's great. It's a masterpiece.
He's also in... Black Hawk Down as the guy driving in the truck on the streets, I believe.
Oh my
Could be
god,
wrong. I'm sure it's him. I always get him mixed up with Michael Madsen.
that's another good war film as well. I've got the 4K of both of those films.
Yeah. So yes, there you go. So he's brain aneurysm. So.
Oh wow. Well, I wish him
Remember
all the best.
Leo was the voice of Tommy Vercetti in GTA Vice City.
Yes, he was. Yes, I do remember Ray Liotta being in GTA Vice City. Yeah, that was great. That was really, really cool.
There we go. All right, Adam, nice to have you on, my friend. Enjoy.
Hi, Adam.
Here's a question for you. You're going to dress up as Ghostface when you go to see Scream 6. Have you got the costume for Ghostface? Have you got the mask?
No, I don't. I mean, well, me and Michael have kind of been having a bit of controversy between each other because let's just say that Michael doesn't really agree with me going out there and dressing up as Ghostface. He wants me to go dressed up as Michael. And I've been trying to tell him that it wouldn't work, he wouldn't stand out, and you would be going dressed as a character for the wrong film. And Michael's just not having any of it. So to keep him happy and to keep him from stabbing me, I've agreed with him to take his coveralls and his mask and his knife off his hands and go and dress up as Michael Myers to crash a Scream 6 screening. So that's going to be very awkward to do, and yeah, I'm going to feel very out of place. So anything to keep Michael Myers happy, I guess, right? I mean,
I'm surprised he hasn't turned up on this stream tonight, like.
Yeah, well, I don't know where the hell he goes from time to time. I mean, sometimes
you said to remind you about 10 o'clock. You wanted to nip to the loo. Remember?
Yes, I
we've
do.
Got another 8 minutes or so till. Oh no,
No
another
worries.
6 minutes. Well, just give you a heads up.
Yeah. Well, like Michael, he spends his time in the closet, or he just goes.
He's not gay, is he? He's got
No, definitely not. No, it's because like I gave him my card, my debit card to go out there and go and do some Blu-ray hunting. And as you probably saw, that I was there too, but I didn't realize that Michael followed me from my house on the bus. So a little bit about the Halloween Ends Blu-ray hunt is that I went out Blu-ray hunting as per usual, and I didn't care where the hell Michael was. Somehow he followed me into Norwich, and I went to HMV, and as I was, doing my Blu-ray hunting, I didn't know that he was standing there in front of me because there's a shot in the video where he's looking at me, and I'm looking at like the 4K, and I didn't know that he was there. And then he gave me the footage when I came home of he was looking at the 4K on the shelf, and there was this guy in the on the opposite side, and the guy's reaction was completely genuine. He, funny enough, he actually left the store, and he didn't come back. So that was a genuine reaction. So I just had to play along with it. I reached out to a friend for help on the video, and I don't know why Michael had to scare somebody out the shot for. I mean, that's not something that I would do, but there was a shot of me looking over at him like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, you weren't here a minute ago and somehow you're here. So yeah, that's a little bit of an insight about the video. so Michael's yeah, I mean the video turned out good and Michael was happy, but he wasn't very happy on the reviews that Halloween Ends was getting. I mean, I'm safe. But yeah, the movie wasn't good. I mean,
wasn't good. It would have been good if Michael Myers was in it.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's supposed to be about Michael Myers. Like, why did they have to do it all about Corey for? And I'm just like, ugh.
I wish Corey was in. Right, we'll quickly move on before I go into a big
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no worries.
Joe the Majors was both in Demolition Man, Devotion and that man. 3, Demolition Man. Scotty's here. Lads, watched Scott the Major today. Thought it was all right. I think that's general consensus. I thought it was all right +1. I think it's how I would probably get that. The Guardians 3 looks all right. We'll see how that goes on. With Adam
can't wait
Warlock.
for Guardians 3, man.
That one, isn't it?
Sorry?
Adam Warlock's in Guardians 3.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I can't wait to see his MCU debut. Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm wondering when Harry Styles is coming back in to do his.
Oh, Christ. Thanos' son, yeah.
The brother.
Oh, brother. Yeah, brother. Sorry, brother. Yeah.
That's all right. My penalty fought to Loki Season 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, I can't wait for Loki. Yeah.
Jamie, have you got a magic torch? I have, but only the wife can play with it.
Brilliant.
I'm not trying to skip through people's comments, but I'm just want to get through. There's some good stuff. Here we go. Adams asked, if Spider-Man never existed, who would be your favorite superhero?
Okay. I actually do have an answer to this, and that would be Superman. Superman would be my next go-to superhero if Spider-Man never existed, because I loved Christopher Reeve as Superman. He'll always be Superman to me. Yeah, I'll have to say the Man of Steel himself. Yeah, Superman.
And then I was also put, Magpie, are you going to do any more? I don't know what you mean, Adam, by any more. Let us know. But Slay3r, who would be your favorite superhero? Oh, okay, sorry. You've already answered that one. You've done that one. Oh, yeah, this one here. Do you think Doc Ock really drowned at the end of Spider-Man 2?
No, I don't think he did. No, because No Way Home, actually in the script, they actually wanted to do a flashback to when Doc Ock was in the lake, and they wanted to tie it in somehow, and that's why Doc Ock was still alive when he came through the multiverse, and his memory had literally been wiped from the events of Spider-Man 2, and he pretty much didn't know what had happened. So I loved that whole setup that they did of them like wiping their memories and then like them remembering what happened in previous events and then knowing that they're in a different universe, which was great.
Fair enough. Adam, there you go. Paul, you're looking to do another stream about music I did with Movie Bug. James and I have actually discussed this about doing another one because we did have, I think we had 3 or 4, I can't remember, maybe just 2, I can't remember. I'd like to do another one with them. I don't know. It's a good question. Well, James is on early next month. I'll ask him when he comes on and just go from there. BP, British Petroleum's here. Good evening, fellas.
Hello, Big Paulie.
Xavier have an arrow here? I have, but there's nothing there that's jumping out. The only arrow that I would like to get eventually is the Wolf of Wall Street 4K box set.
Right.
But I'm in no rush whatsoever to get it. But
that's a great film.
Say again?
That's a great film.
Yeah, the only one I've got, because I've got it on me to watch. I've got like I go through my Blu-ray collection.
Right.
And I pick out, I fancy watching that next. So I've got that one. I want to watch it again. I've only watched it once, I think. So I want to watch it again. I obviously already watched 28 Days Later again the other day. And then I wanted to watch Scary Stories Down Dark again.
Oh, that one I really enjoyed. Really good film.
To watch, pal. But I'm like, if I'm going to be getting it. But anyway, so because I got those other movies from CEX.
Nice.
I've got that £35 voucher. So I'm contemplating, because I don't want to blow it all at once, but I might have to, is ordering from CX the complete Quantum Leap Blu-ray box set.
Oh, right.
The Scott Bakula original 90s one from my childhood. Because I had the DVD box set and I sold it. And I'm thinking about getting it again. So
Oh, well, I've also just seen that my girlfriend has
she
joined
has.
the chat as well.
I was
Bless her.
I was thinking if I got to her because she said, "What's your favorite movie that you've watched with her?" I think was the question, wasn't it?
Yes.
Go on then.
Right. Well, my favorite movie that I've seen with my girlfriend was our very first date night that we had, and that was Krampus back in 2015. That was our very first date that we had to go and see a horror film. And all I will say is that was one of the most memorable nights of my life, and I had just known that I found my forever partner. And but I was very afraid. I was very afraid to actually say that I loved her, and sadly, I didn't end up saying it to her at the end of the night. And then a couple days later, after us seeing Krampus, I reached out to her. I got in contact with her, and me and her started talking. And I said to her that when I was in the cinema with you, I kind of felt a spark between us, and uh, she she was a bit awkward at first. She was like, "What the hell is he talking about?" And like, "What the hell is he going on about?" Sort of thing. So then I confessed to her that I had feelings for her, and ever since that date night, me and me and her have been together. So that was one of the favorite films that I've
I feel like I should have had some kind
seen
of
with
like
Georgia.
violin track going on in the background while that was going on. I forgot that. I should have done that for you.
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna go. Did
yeah,
you? If you wanted to go and do that toilet break, I'll let you go,
yes,
and
yes,
I'll go
yes, I
through a
do
few
need
of
to go.
these things in the background, and
No worries.
I'll come back to you. Okay.
All right, no worries. All right then. I'll be back shortly.
Okay. Right, everybody. So let's have a look while Evander goes through his little break. What we got? Oh yes. Hello, Mr. Puffbomb. We've got hello, pillars. Well, we've got Big Paul into house. He is. Good evening, BP. Have I missed Michael's cameo? What, McIntyre? Oh, James. James Jim Jam Movies. What is the best film to own on 4K? Funny you should ask that, because I actually went to my friend's house yesterday, as I said earlier on the stream, and I took a few of my 4K movies around there. But in my humble opinion, one of the best films to own is probably Gemini Man for the picture, but also I took him on load, an absolute load. But Top Gun Maverick, I'd say at this moment in time, is my go-to 4K picture. But having watched Dunkirk, I'm going to go through loads. Having watched Dunkirk again the other night, which is absolutely still, it's actually now become my favourite war film, even though there's technically no war in it. Although there is, it's about the war with the evacuation from Dunkirk, but there's not as much action in it. That is my 4K picture quality. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, James, if you're going to get one, get Top Gun Maverick. If you want to show it off because you've got the PlayStation 5 now from the missus, I'd go with that. What else we got on here? So I've got the Legacy Collection box set of Spider-Man 1 and the 3 animated Spider-Man 1, 2 and Blu-ray. Won't be upgrading that to 4K unless I'm in the box. Yeah, I saw that. The 4K is quite expensive now, but I know you can get them CX now pretty cheap. I was actually thinking about getting it, but I've already got them, so it's pointless. Pete, honestly, so complimentary. Spider-Man Trilogy, Maguire, yes, the CX yesterday, but I'd rather have the extended version Spider-Man 2. Yes, but Spider-Man 2 Extended Edition, is that only in the Legacy Edition? I could be wrong. Did you not mention it earlier? Have I gone through these quite? No, I haven't. Yeah, that box set I've already got. Peter, thanks for popping on. We'll go through one of these. Just waiting for Van to come back from the toilet. Now this is almost as bad as Schindler's List after 15 minutes. You need to go back. You need to go back. I forgot. What is it? Peter, you wanted that one as I have the spec of Spider-Man one not going. Oh. a bit of exchange going on. Richard E. Grant presented, and he was Richard E. Grant, which surprised me. Really awkward. Okay. Right, I think Evander's back, so I'm just going to bring Evander back on. Are you ready to go, Evander? Do you want to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to bring Evander back on. Let's have a look. Oh, dear me. Is that you, Mr. Myers? Okay. I know you can't say much, but could you give me deep breathing, really heavy breathing, if you didn't like Corey? Right. I think, yeah, he wasn't the best of characters, really, was he? I don't think. No. So, what's your thoughts on Jamie Lee Curtis in the film Trading Places, where she got her boobs out? Thoughts on that? It's a good job I didn't cut your thumbs off, wasn't it? I mean, my thumbs off. Shotgun came off. Yeah. So, Ghostface. Could you take Ghostface in the battle? Okay. You don't really say much, do you? Have you got the darkest of eyes, the devil's eyes? Is that what you put on Tinder? No. Okay. What are you, slaying and killing? No, what do you say? Oh, I can't even think of a tagline for you. Is Evander still in the toilet? Is he? Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to questions. Thanks for coming on. See you later. Bye. Right. That was a bit awkward. So don't know what that was all about. So hopefully Evander's going to come back shortly. What I meant was I like the extended version of Spider-Man 2 instead of the theatrical version. Which I still haven't seen the extended version of Spider-Man 2. I don't know if there's much difference. Richard E. Grant peaked at Hudson Hawk. He's back. Hang on a minute. You're back.
Hello. Sorry about that.
Somebody jumped in.
Oh yeah? Who was that?
Mickey Mouse. Sorry, Mickey Myers.
Oh, I just came back to my bloody light being off.
Austin Powers has just literally been on.
Oh really?
Yeah. Honestly, he hasn't been the same since 1978's Halloween. I mean, he looked white faced, now he's gone all groovy. It's just not the same. But anyway, at least he's safe from the Python, so that's always good. Sophie said that she loved Rocket Man. I've never seen Rocket Man. I never fancied it. I thought it was too musical for me. I like storytelling. Rocket Man rocks. Oh, man. Hey, Geordie, Lauren McMullen. Hey, Geordie, Paul and Evander. Good evening.
Hello, Lauren.
There's a bit of sale action going on in here. Someone's buying Spider-Man stuff for somebody else, which is quite good. I'm quite enjoying that.
Oh wow, cool.
Put his lines also. I remember when Spidey did a stream on Evander's channel. Crazy.
Yeah. Yes, Spider-Man did somehow make an appearance on my channel. He hasn't been in contact with me ever since. So yeah, I have to try and give him a call at some point and just seeing if he's not busy out of his crime fighting to come and make another appearance.
So does that mean that you know who he is then, even though everybody else in the world doesn't?
Yeah. Yes, I do know who he is, but I ain't gonna say. But I did. But
it's James Corden, isn't it?
Sorry,
James Corden, isn't it?
Oh Christ! I don't know. It could be
Jack Black.
Don't know about that one.
Talking shit.
But I am actually gonna drop him a message at some point because I want him to go out and do some vlogging for the opening night of Across the Spider-Verse, which would be a perfect video for Spidey to go out and vlog around and go and meet some of his fans and have photos and and stuff like that. So I've got to try and drop him a message and see if he'll be willing to go out in public in his suit in front of a lot of people. So that should be really, really cool for Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, just a little insight. So just as a little tease.
There's a tease. Just the tip of teasing. Pete's in the house. What's the last film that surprised you?
Ooh, what is the last film that actually surprised me? Oh, jeez. Oh man, there's a lot of films.
I didn't think All Quiet on the Western Front would be as good as it was. That surprised me. I knew that I'd enjoy it because of it being a war and this, that, and the other. But I was surprised at how much I thoroughly enjoyed it. As much as you can thoroughly enjoy a World War One epic, but
yeah,
I don't know what else that really surprised me. Ambulance,
yeah. That's a
I
good
thought
film.
that was going to be awful, but not awful, but like your bang average Michael Bay film.
Yeah,
but that was really good.
Well, actually, there was a film that actually just did come in my mind, and that is Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
I was a bit hesitant about it because I loved Heath Ledger as Joker. I was very hesitant about this movie because I just loved Heath Ledger's version so much, and I was very surprised by Phoenix's performance. I thought he pulled it off brilliantly, and with all this Frank Sinatra and stuff like that in the film, just fitted so perfectly. I mean, I just really was surprised about Phoenix's performance, and hey, it's got me excited for Joker 2. So
I'm hesitant with Joker 2 because it being a musical, and I despise musicals. I wouldn't say despise is a big word. I'm not a fan of musicals. I think I don't mind films that have music in them, like Elvis and biopics, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But I can't do musicals unless it's like a Disney, like Lion King, or
I'm not very keen on Lady Gaga though as Harley Quinn. I mean, I've grown such a big attachment to Margot Robbie as Harley. I mean, like she's Harley Quinn, but Lady Gaga though, I mean, they released out a first look photo of them both. She hasn't grown on me yet. I mean, I'm gonna this is the thing with these movies is that I wait until the film comes out to judge by performance and characteristics. She hasn't grown on me yet. Until I see the movie and see her performance, possibly. I mean, I'm willing to give her a chance. I'm not gonna doubt her or anything or stuff like that, but I'm willing to give her a chance. I'm sure she'll bring some justice to the character, but
see, I'm not.
We can only wait and see.
With regards to Margot Robbie, see, anybody can play Harley Quinn. It's,
yeah.
When you've got a Batman, it's like the main character with Harley.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't really matter as long as they do the character justice. I'll be happy with that. So
yeah.
Lady Gaga does it. Lady Gaga does it.
That's the thing about a lot of these actors that like when they get casted as a superhero that like you've grown to love about and stuff like that, you just have that sense of like you don't want them to ruin this character and stuff like that, because if one person betrayed him and then another and then another and then another, you just grown your attachment to like these characters, and then when someone new comes along, you're just like, oh god, are they going to be as good as the previous ones and stuff like that. I mean, I was like that when Andrew Garfield got first casted as Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yes.
And then I walked out of that film with a massive smile on my face. I was like, that guy was actually really, really good. I mean, like he was great. And then when Tom Holland got casted in Civil War of Spider-Man coming back into the MCU in his debut, I was like, okay, Tom, I I see what you're doing here. And then when he progressed on with Homecoming, Far From Home, to now No Way Home, he's evolved and he's grown an attachment to me as Spider-Man, and I'm just like, great, just keep going, just keep proving yourself, and you're going to get a lot of people standing behind you.
Yeah, I forgot he was in. I forgot the name of the film, the one about the tsunami with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, and the one with Naomi Watts in it too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh gosh, hang on, let me search up that film just real
Because
quick.
he has such.
I think it was called The Impossible. I think
Was it Impossible? Yes.
yes,
Because
that's
he's
right.
got such a baby face, and well, obviously he was younger, of course, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was young. It was a good film too. Very good film. And I did watch him in what was it? In the Heart of the Sea. The one about the whale. Yeah.
The whale, yeah, which is like what the Moby Dick was based on, wasn't it?
That's it. Yes.
So because of that story was why Moby Dick got written, etc.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Pete's like, you also have the most stylish and cool hairstyles.
Thank you. Yeah, I only try and base my hair off one certain style now, and that is known as a mohawk. The reason why for that is because I'm a big fan of Cobra Kai, and one of the characters in the show is called Eli. He's known as Hawk, and he decided to get himself a mohawk, and he related a lot to me about being bullied by kids in high school. So his sensei told him to go and flip the script, and he did, and he came back in with a mohawk again, and he was a badass. And then I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go down to my hairdressers, and I'm gonna get a mohawk, and then I've pulled it off since, and people love it, and I'm just like, well, that's my go-to hairstyle now, and I'm not changing it.
Fair play, good for you. That's all I'm saying. What else we have your missus was there, so we've already answered her question.
Yep.
So there was a great cover idea for Megan, as we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
This guy saw the trailer of the date at my trailer with date at my screening goes up. Man, surprised it was so quick.
Yeah, it was a quick film. Yeah, it was very fast paced. Yeah.
Well, James is here.
Hello, James.
I'm getting James on soon as well on another stream.
Hello, my friend.
Cooking Bear is defo on Friday, so there you go.
Awesome, nice. I know what I'll be doing.
I don't think it's a film I'd go and see at the cinema. I do want to go and see Luther if I get the chance to. I definitely want to see Scream 6 if I can get the chance to. Mm-hmm. There's loads like John Wick's coming out soon as well, isn't there? There's loads of stuff.
I'm hyped for John Wick, man. I love John Wick. I've got all the steelbooks and the 4Ks, so I can't wait to get the fourth one on steelbook and the 4K, and possibly I might triple dip and get the whole box set too. So on 4K too.
Creed 3's out as well. There's another one. So
yeah,
it was mentioned earlier with Jonathan Majors. I still need to watch the second one. I've only watched the
Jamie's answering. Is anyone picking up the Young Sherlock Holmes tomorrow? I have pre-ordered the steelbook. I did see on Jamie's. Was it pickups and post? I think it was. Like
he's got the steelbook of it.
Yes, yeah. Yes. I have the steelbook on the way. I have not seen the movie, but I am gonna get around to checking it out. So
I haven't seen it either.
All right.
I've never fancied it, but one of the lads that I knew, it's funny because when I saw the load of my stuff, it was a guy locally, and then he was like, then I told him about my YouTube channel, and he joined Big Paulie's Facebook page, and he joined my Facebook page, and he became a subscriber, and then when I got to the cinema, if he's like, do you want to go to the cinema? I'll go with him, bring him along with my other friend, right. And he gave me some movies back, but he said, I'm going around to the charity shops. Do you want this? There was a DVD of it, Young Sherlock Holmes, and I've never seen it. So I've got it down there my to watch pile as well, the DVD of it. Yes, it's not something that I think it should be down here. Let me just double check. He says that he's making a mess.
No worries.
No. I've still got Scooby-Doo down here to rewatch as well.
Awesome.
There we go. Yes. There we go.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Nice. I actually do like Sherlock Holmes. I mean, I've seen the Benedict Cumberbatch series, and I've watched both the Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law films.
Yeah, I
enjoyed
prefer
those.
the BBC to the Downey Jr. ones, but I like I like those. I wasn't a big fan of the 80s ones.
Right. Yeah, I
no.
was a fan of the Benedict Cumberbatch
Yes.
series Sherlock. I did
Big Paulie
really
hasn't
enjoy
seen
that.
any of them.
Really?
True story.
Wow.
Big Paulie has also never seen Luther. Neither has he seen In the Line of Duty.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I've told him off when he was on the stream. Needs to get those watched straight away. Have you seen any video on YouTube when Doc Ock gets transported to No Way Home for Spider-Man 2?
Have I seen a video on YouTube? No. It was leaked out in the script when the movie was in development that they wanted to try and tie it in, but sadly it didn't make the final cut of the movie, and the director wanted to do his own intake vision, but I still understood where he was going from, because he did reference in the movie that Doc Ock said that like Spider-Man was trying to stop my fusion reactor, and I had him by the throat. That was his different intake that he put in the script instead of that previous idea. So he still referenced it, but he did it more differently to get people to understand. So I thought it was pretty good.
Fair enough. No Way Home should have included the transport and villain scenes, flashbacks about the people who the Spider-Man have.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy about that. Especially the three of them when they were talking on top of the building, where Toby said that he lost his Uncle Ben and Andrew lost Gwen, and there was a lot of hate about that scene that they should have shown, like Andrew diving down to get Gwen and Toby running after Dennis Carradine, who was supposed to be Uncle Ben's killer, but no, it was Sandman. I mean, hey, it would have been good, but I still appreciated the version that we got, and that we got the references that all connected up. I was very appreciative of that. But yeah, I do agree with you, Matthew. Yeah, they should have, but it didn't sadly make it into the final cut. And then when they did the extended version, people were excited if they did do that, but then sadly, no. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it could happen in the future, but we just gotta wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, indeed. I've got James just up to you as well.
Oh, thank you, James, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Tom's Paul's yet.
Hello, Paul.
Even gents, with the release of Ant-Man 3, which I enjoyed, coming out to mixed reviews, what do you think Marvel needed to do to bring back fans, make good films? There you go. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yes, they should go back to the era where Captain America: The Winter Soldier was, because that was the era when Marvel was going strong, like very bloody strong. I mean, like make films like Captain America: The Winter Soldier, where it's got a great story, it's got great action, everything makes sense, and just bring back the passion of what a superhero movie is meant to be. That's all I can really say.
I think, from my perspective, that what Marvel have done is that all the most popular and mainstream Marvel characters that everybody knows, they've done. So now the ones they're bringing out, like Shang-Chi, like Moon Knight, I hadn't heard of them before. I mean, I'm not a big comic book person anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and then like Ant-Man I hadn't heard of and all that, but then you bring in Kang in, which I hadn't. Then again, I hadn't heard of Thanos. But you're like, it's almost like, it sounds silly, but you've had the Avengers, and now you try, and if you compare the Avengers to say like the film Back to the Future, and then you're bringing out the new Avengers, and it's almost like a remake of Back to the Future. People are going to go, no, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And there's going to be that backlash. You know, you've got the Marvels coming up, which I'm looking forward to, purely because it's got Brie Larson in it.
Yes. Same here. Yep. And I
Miss Marvel
can't wait to see
wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't a good show. No, but
and I haven't even finished She-Hulk.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
It was just like a comedy show. It was rubbish.
I was very disappointed in She-Hulk. I mean, the way that they're treating Hulk as well, like the whole Professor Hulk side. I mean, I'm not enjoying that one bit because I've grown to love Hulk as just being an angry rage monster. I mean, just smashing shit up. He don't care. Just beating the living shit out of the enemy that is causing the city harm.
Yeah, and now he's turning into somebody who'll sit and take selfies for you.
And yeah, yeah, like, and a lot of people will possibly agree with me because, like, in Avengers: Infinity War, right? This is where I'm going. So, Avengers: Infinity War, Hulk and Thanos, okay, 1-on-1, duke it out. Thanos beats the shit out of him in like less than a minute, and then I'm just like, okay. Gets towards and then progressing throughout the film. Hulk is afraid to transform, and I'm just like, oh god, right. Then when it comes to like the final battle, and they're all running together, and I'm like, why the hell is Bruce in Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor? Like, where's Hulk? And then when Thanos comes in, I'm like, okay, all right, come on, Hulk, get your revenge. Come on, duke it out 1-on-1. Nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Avengers Endgame rolls was around. Right, the final battle. They're all running together.
Yeah.
Where's the fight? Where's the bloody fight between Thanos and Hulk? And I'm just thinking to myself, then, like, why can't Hulk just get that redemption? That, oh, I was just like so annoyed. And then when She-Hulk came out, I'm like, oh my god, they still getting him to talk English. Like, don't get me wrong, I've grown up with Lou Ferrigno as Hulk. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant show. Edward Norton, right? This is the thing that I've told about to a lot of people. If that was Edward Norton's 2008 Hulk, he would have beat the living shit out of Thanos. Thanos wouldn't have lasted a chance against that version of Hulk because he was so aggressive, so angry when he was beating the shit out of Abomination. I mean, like, that's the Hulk I know. I mean, like, smashing shit up, punching, kicking, and all of that. That Hulk would have just ripped Thanos apart. I mean, yeah, Thanos would have put up a hell of a fight, but Edward Norton's Hulk wouldn't have backed down. Just like not one bit. I mean, the more angrier he got, the more stronger he got. You know, and
no, I agree. Yeah,
yeah,
I always liked Edward Norton as it. I think bringing Mark Ruffalo in to take over because
yeah.
I think obviously we all know it, but I think Edward Norton would have brought a more.
Oh, he was brilliant. I mean, I don't know why they had to get rid of him for. I mean, like,
I think it was a pay dispute and he didn't want to do it. I think or something along those lines.
Yeah, it's because I know there was a lot of hate with the Incredible Hulk movie, and he, I just loved what they did with it. I mean, like, they referenced it in Avengers, like on Tony's thing, and like they showed the scene where like he picks up the army truck and smashes it against something, and I'm just like, that's Edward right there. That's not Mark, and I'm just like, yeah, well,
I love all these things here. This is funny. We've got here. Hang on, let me go at the bottom here.
oh no.
Muted Hulk. Ali McHulk. See, so with Eric Banners as well. You're right, yeah.
Yes. Eric Banner. Yep. I do think that he would have lasted good against Thanos as well. I mean, like, he was great, but people didn't really like his design. I mean, I loved Eric Banner's look as the Hulk, and but, like, you know, Kang versus Thanos, who would win? I think Kang would beat the crap out of Thanos.
Well, 100%. I'm just going to, because we're going to, sorry, jump in the band, because we're going to finish the stream short. I'm just going to quickly go through some things here.
No worries.
Look at this one here. Your Magpie, you chose a good football team to support yet. Coming from someone who's a Southampton, whatever, I'm not even going to go down with that.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Tony's here. All right, Tony.
Hello, Tony. Hello, my friend.
What was going here? Luke's here. Evening, Luke. Thanks for coming along, buddy.
Hello, Luke.
What's the best steelbook you own?
Ooh.
I can tell you what mine is, but can I find it? Probably not.
Hang on. Oh, geez, where is it? Oh, it's up there on my shelf. Oh, I mean, I'm literally looking at it right now, and I'm trying to
I can't even see mine.
see where it
I don't know if
is.
it's the best steelbook I own, but it's the favourite one that I have.
Oh god.
But I don't know where I put it now. And because I haven't got the
Oh
lights,
dear. No, I can't grab it.
where is it? If I've lost it, I'm going to be very disappointed with myself.
And I'm gonna have to try and get up a photo of it on Google, guys. I apologize. I can't exactly try and grab it. Hang on.
I can't find mine.
Right. Well, like for to answer that question, James, my favorite steelbook of all time would have to be this one. It is the Mondo Zavi exclusive steelbook of Black Panther. I just love the black and gold design. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. And they released this around the soonly after Chadwick Boseman died. And when I saw the design for this, I just knew I had to grab it because out of respect for Chadwick Boseman, I just loved that design, and I think personally that was the best design for Black Panther that it came out for like the very first film back in 2018. But yeah, that is my most favorite steelbook that I do own. There are many others.
I can't find it. Why can't I find it?
But yeah, that's what I will pretty much say.
Find it. James, I'm so sorry. I'm looking here and I can't find it. But as soon as I finish, hang on a second. I've got it right here. I knew I had it somewhere.
Let's go.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
That is my
good film.
Steelbook that I own.
Very good film. Yes. Yes, the Rocketeer.
Well.
That's awesome. Wow. Is that
embossed I did like my Dick Tracy one as well. Say again, sorry?
Is that embossed on the lettering?
It is, yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, the writing, yeah. I had the Dick Tracy one as well, but I sold it and I really regret selling it. But I love the Rocketeer. It's such a good film as well. Apparently, they're making a sequel. Apparently. Quick shout out to RH Media. Feel privileged if this is the one that's subbed. If this one is subbed to you, best comments and feedback you can get. Yes, 100 great. We'll go through them all. Before stops in March.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We're going to finish soon anyway. There you go, boys. But you still on that Rocketeer Steelbook sold CX. Well, I had the Dick Tracy one and I sold that CX, and I'm waiting until it comes down in price to get it. But yeah.
Sorry about that. You probably saw my mum in the corner there, guys. Sorry about that.
And tonight's special guest, hailing from Norwich, is.
Her head just popped in, and then she realized that she was on camera, so she moved away. She closed the door. Oh dear, sorry about that.
I didn't even do that. So yeah, so we've done. Hang on, quick one. What do you think happens to the villains after No Way Home? Do you think they still die?
Oh, I mean, it all depends really, because there's just so much talk going on right now that Andrew's going to come back for like the third Amazing Spider-Man. Tobey's going to come back for like a fourth Spider-Man that like we were sadly robbed of back in 2011. But there has been a lot of news going around that Sam Raimi, the director of Tobey's trilogy and the Evil Dead films and Crawl and soon to be 65 as well, that is coming out very shortly. Sam Raimi has actually said in an interview just recently that he would love to come back and do a fourth Spider-Man movie. I mean, the reason why Spider-Man 4 never happened was because he couldn't get the script ready and he didn't know how to write the script to bring us one of the best Spider-Man movies in his eyes that he wanted to bring to cinema. And Sam has actually shown some interest on wanting to do Spider-Man 4. And Tobey Maguire was also asked about coming back as Spider-Man again after No Way Home to possibly do Spider-Man 4, but there hasn't been any confirmation yet. But he has said that he is down to do Spider-Man 4. So it's all the waiting game for Sony Pictures and Columbia to pretty much get everything all going. I mean, I would love Spider-Man 4 to happen. I mean, and the Amazing Spider-Man as well. I think both Andrew and Toby deserve one more movie. But I'm still holding out hope. I'm just waiting for that day that something gets announced. But I know for sure that Toby and Andrew are possibly going to come back for Avengers Secret Wars, because it would feel very incomplete if Toby and Andrew weren't in Secret Wars, because like they're bringing together every single Marvel superhero ever for like this massive battle, and we can only hope and pray that we do get at least one more movie with these guys, because they truly deserve it in my heart. And yeah, but hey, anything's possible.
Indeed. And there we go. So we're going to end it there, Evander. So
No worries.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
100% appreciate it. I thank to everybody who's tuned in to watch. Thank you so much for continuing to come along and watch all my live streams. If you enjoyed this one or the old previous ones, give this one a thumbs up. And obviously, not obviously, but Evander's channel is in the link description or comment section. No, yes, the description of this live stream below. So go and subscribe to him. Get him to 1,000+ subscribers, because he's an absolute twat for having more than me. But that's not what it's about. It's about friendly banter and making friends, and that's what it's all about. But yes,
absolutely.
So, 2 weeks time, I've got on. I can't even remember. I've got in 2 weeks time. Oh yeah, James. I think. Let me check. Christ, my diary's just. 2 weeks time is the 5th of March, I believe. Is that right? Yes, it is. So that'll be James Lack Movie Book, who will be on in 2 weeks' time. So thank you again for everybody for watching. Thank you, Evander, for being on.
Thank you.
I'll leave you to have a pleasant Sunday evening. Evander can now go and speak to his mother, possibly. I don't know. Or something like that. And we'll catch you all on the next one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.
No worries.
Adios. Bye.